Yo guys, I've got a spark which I'm gonna use to ignite the fire for a brand new episode of Skylanders for Soul Seekers here on the channel. Oh, we just hit 2.3k subscribers on the dot. That's quite impressive. No doubt, given the news I have later in this stream, that'll probably drop. But that is news to leave for later, because as you can tell from the caption, I have a huge update for you guys at midnight, and we are talking massive, the biggest one on the history of the channel, so be sure to stay tuned for that. Now naturally, I felt like it would be fun to start off this quote-unquote finale at Twisty Tunnels, where we managed to miss a treasure chest because some idiot forgot where it was. Well, I managed to track down that treasure chest, and the character who's going to be collecting it is none other than Riptide, because we seeked out his soul in this level. It's only appropriate that he gets to play in this level. So yes, what we need to do here is grab ourselves a shovel and go digging. I'll miss this series. Yeah, me too, Pro Raymond, but there's more than just this series to be missed. I should stop alluding to plans, though. For midnight is when this massive announcement will be made. Ugh, Riptide, yeah, someone's not a fan. To be honest, I'm not the largest fan either. Of all of the cores in this game, he is one of the weaker ones, just because naturally, this game has so many great cores in it, so even one that's more average, like Riptide, winds up, you know, kind of being lost in the shuffle. Anyway, all that being said, we're going to waste no time and actually go straight back into Portal Master here, select a story mode mission, that story mode mission being Serpent's Peak, because we're yet to complete that on Nightmare mode, and this star should update once I leave a level, given that we did just collect the treasure chest and the game auto saves after treasure chest, or at least I sure hope it does. Anyway, I collected it on camera, that's the main thing. If it doesn't count, I'll just go back off camera and collect it again. Not that it'll matter, because there's not going to be another episode of Soul Seekers after this. Angry Birds is back. Is Riptide supposed to be Angry Birds, or am I Angry Birds, or it's Aloy Angry Birds? I mean, Angry Birds is a pretty Aloy-tier mobile game, to be frank, so I could see the comparison being made there. The literal Aloy with the Aloy-tier mobile art. He is my least favourite when I finally rank my own Skylanders. I ain't holding back against him. Say, fair enough, I love his design. The fact that he's a fish using a fish as a weapon is really ironic and pretty clever. We don't need to worry about getting no hits, fortunately. We already have triple stars here, we just need to beat it in Nightmare mode. But, yeah, going back to Riptide here, I do find his gameplay to be awfully slow-paced and not nearly as fun as other Swap Force cores. Not as overpowered either, which is why he, as I said earlier, gets lost in the shuffle. I beat Superchargers. Oh, congrats! I hope you enjoyed the game. It's one of my personal favourites in this franchise. I understand that the game is quite controversial. You either love it or hate it. I'm one of those people who love it. And hello, Ollie, welcome to the stream. I really appreciate you stopping on by. It's a very late hour for pretty much all of Europe right now, so if you're from Europe, massive shout outs to you. I really appreciate you coming by on this fine Thursday evening. It won't be Thursday evenings much longer though, I'll tell you that much. Ignite streaming when I'm not busy for once. Yeah, you see, that's the thing, Hypno Sniper. I knew you weren't busy, so I tailor-made this stream specifically at this time just for you. You're welcome. How did I know you weren't busy? I don't know. I suppose we should do a Soul Seekers, not Soul Seekers, a Soul Link series. Then we can make the joke that we're Soul Link. I wouldn't say Riptide is an inherently bad character. He's bad in comparison to other cores, but on his own 2 feet, he's fine, just fine. Aiden is alive. Well, good for you, Aiden. I hope you enjoy being live and all that. Oh, you've even said it twice in the chat. Repetition for effect and all that. The effect being to put emphasis on everything you're repeating. And now we all know about you being live because of your emphasis placed upon it via your repetition. Now let's try not to kill Riptide here. Keyword here is try. I mean, I am notoriously bad at video games for Pete's sake. Of course, the finale has to be adjusted for my schedule. Exactly, Hypno Sniper. Exactly. But damn, is this boss battle such a fun time. Firefight was my third favourite boss fight. Do you mean in the series or in this game? Because in this game I can name several better boss battles. Chaos's mum and Mesmeralda, just to get us started right off the bat. Anyway, this fool is going down, slowly but surely that is, and I find it so funny how his little eyes bob up and down whilst you're on his head right there. It's such a needless and hilarious, needless yet hilarious detail. Ouch, I'm not doing a good job dodging these things, am I? Sure, it's a good thing we don't need to take no damage this time around now, is it? Okay, let's go over this scorching ground that's just been lit ablaze, so it should definitely burn our feet, and yet Riptide is just kind of managing it barefoot. Living legend right now, I suppose. You're playing Rocket League! Oh, good for you, I hope you enjoy it. That game is an absolute blast. Oh, shit. Yeah, that was my depth perception being the worst of me right now. I could barely even tell where it was I was jumping to. So Riptide is dead, not that that's a huge loss. Let's be frank with us here. So instead, let's swap out for a much better Scar, the one up the opposite end of the spectrum. Smolder Dash. Well, Hypno Sniper is not going to be much of a finale if I don't do dumb, stupid shit. That's what this whole channel is built off, dumb, stupid shit. Yes, damn. I just proper ripped into Riptide there, didn't I? I mean, Rip is part of the name and all that, so he is literally Riptide. I mean, soon enough, if we keep up with all this global warming, the tide will rise so much that our whole planet will just be tide. There will be no more cities, no more land. We just would have melted so much of a bloody polar ice cap that the sea levels raised, so we're just one big, like, spear of ocean and nothing more. True, death is fun. Oh yeah, it certainly is. Not when Smolder Dash is involved, because Smolder Dash must leave. She must live. I'm not doing a good job with allowing her to live, am I? Come on, it's almost done. It's almost done. Ah, don't kill me now. That's why Smolder Dash is a beast. And if Aiden keeps up with the self-promo, then definitely feel free to put him in timeout. I don't mind self-promo once. I mean, at the end of the day, you're spending time to come into my stream, you might as well get something out of it if it's not just the enjoyment of the stream. But if you keep rambling on and on about it, that's when it starts to boil my skin and puts you on my bad side. May that be a warning. Yes, Kellen, it's Ignite. Well, you know, you found Ignite on Igknightthefire. Who saw that one coming? Luckily, Hypno's a mod, so he can time out people. That's true. I can also do it for once because I have my chat up on my laptop, so I can actually manage it this time. And if Bumble Blaster shows up, I can make him a mod, as he'd damn well deserve. Rufus, are we done here or what? So keeping with Nightmare mode, let's actually go and speak with your boy Wheellock over here and do some score mode. I just got a bunch of new Skylanders today. Oh, congrats! I hope you enjoy playing as them. So I believe the only level we're yet to triple star is Tower of Time on score mode. Huh, I believe correctly. Well, that's awesome. It's a shame that we can't actually earn the triple stars, given that our Portal Master rank is already maxed out, but hey-ho, whatever the game says goes, and if the game says we're maxed out, we are maxed out. Only thing I'm getting out of this is fun content and wanting to play a Skylanders game. Still need to work on getting Trap Team. Well, best of luck getting Trap Team, it's a ton of fun. Well, it's my favourite game of all time, let alone my favourite Skylanders game. Aiden quits? Aiden quits with what? His stream or self-promoting? Because if you quit with a self-promotion, then that's great, we love to hear it. Taking heed of my warning, I suppose. I got Dynarang, Bumble Blast, Dunebug, Zook Series 2 Countdown, and more. I especially like the sound of More. More is an excellent Skylander. Not as good as Igniter, obviously, you know, nothing beats Igniter much, but More, great Skylander in and of itself. I'm just impressed about the fact that they even named the Skylander More in the first place. That is just, you know, next level is what that is. Even the name is fun, so how can you not find a Skylander named More to be fun? And I suppose all the other Skylanders are also fun. Not as fun as More, but fun all the same. Oh yeah, Dynarang, yeah, he's pretty good. I'm sad and mad. Yeah, well, that's what all human beings feel emotion-wise. If you are someone who can say to me with a straight face that you've never felt sad or mad before, then you are not human. It's as simple as that. Oh, Jared Palmer's in the stream. Welcome, my friend. I'll be seeing you tomorrow.
We have a problem, though. The gears to the tower door are
Time for you to scan a boy and girl in this level. Hey, I played through this level in night mode already for the main story and didn't lose a single scar, I'd have you know. Sure, Spy Loop got very, very close. But close doesn't count now, does it? So yeah, mark my words, you're going to be eating those words. I hope so anyway, otherwise I'll be the one eating words, and they will have been my words that I eat. And unfortunately my words aren't all that delicious, so I'd rather not have to eat them in all honesty. I've never felt sad and or mad. Well, it's officially confirmed Kellen is no human. Moore is overrated as but his powers are garbage. Well, here's the thing, you just need to upgrade more, and he really starts to, like, win you over after a while. Okay, here we are, let's grab ourselves a key. Stop the time before I missed this platform. I thought I still had my smolder dash left. If I could smolder dash there, I probably would have made it in time without having to freeze the time. But never mind. Might need your help with returning film equipment loans tomorrow before we meet up for breakfast. Yeah, but we have that lecture. So what, you want to do the lecture? Then return the equipment to loans and then go McDonald's. Is that the plan, is it? Speaking of McDonald's, I actually had to deliver McDonald's today for Uber Eats. And I tell you what's funny, I delivered to a student. Students aren't supposed to have money, they're supposed to be poor as shit. And yet this guy, not only ordering McDonald's, and then as I leave McDonald's, it starts snowing of all things. Yes, that's right. March 31st, it starts snowing. It's like the universe was sending me an April Fool's joke a day early. That being said, I come outside to snow of all things, and you know what this guy gives me for my efforts? For getting him a nice old McDonald's breakfast? He sends me a tip! As a student who has no money. So, here's the thing. If students can send tips, as far as I'm concerned, anyone can! And yet I still receive tips from delivering at Uber. Maybe 1 in 25 orders? In fact, Uber saw it got so bad that Uber made it so if you do 35 orders and don't get a tip, they will pay you extra. Yes, even Uber know how ungenerous and selfish the British population is. I mean, I'm providing a service for you. I am allowing you to sit on your lazy ass whilst I cycle your food several miles in a nice warm environment to keep it fresh. And you don't have a common decency to send £1 my way. Thanks for that, British public. Boy, don't I just love that British public. That being said, Crip Crusher is here, so welcome to the stream, my friend. I really appreciate you stopping on by. Oh yeah, everybody loves Crip Crusher's Basically series, and it's easy to see why, because that Basically series is a ton of fun. It's a shame we haven't seen it for a while, but at the end of the day, Crip Crusher is entitled to upload whenever he likes. Same as any YouTuber, we shouldn't expect from them. If they choose that they want to upload, then that's on them. And if they choose not to, again, that's their choice. Especially, you know, especially when you make content as good as Crips, it takes a while. I mean, I did a 3-hour supercut of Horizon Zero Dawn, so I had to whistle 10 hours worth of gameplay, which I watched it all through, by the way. So I watched 10 hours worth of gameplay, managed to confine it to just under 2.5 hours actually, and that took me about 40 hours to edit. You see, I can respect how much work goes into videos, making them myself, of course, and so that's why I have huge adoration. Is that a word? I don't know, it is a word now because I said so. But the point is, I have massive respect for content creators, especially when they pump out as fine a quality as Crip Crusher. So I'm actually planning to upload the video tomorrow, hopefully. Wow! This is revolutionary! This is a time for the ages. Everyone mark this on your calendars. Crip Crusher is officially uploading tomorrow. I can't believe what I'm reading either, but that's what he's put, so I'm reading it all the same. And also, Bumble Blaster is here, so it's about time I gave him that mod I was alluding to earlier. Yeah, you're a rockstar, Aiden. Have that confidence in yourself, you deserve it. Anyway, My laptop is being real slow right now, so it's not actually allowing me to give Bumble mod at the moment because it's being too slow. Thank you for nothing, you useless laptop. Like I say, Crypt Crusher has the right to upload as little or as much as he likes. Hey, he can be lazy, okay? I mean, I've been pretty lazy. I've just been doing gameplay series for pretty much this entire year. This entire year, all what I've uploaded, which hasn't been a gameplay series, was pretty much my 5th year anniversary video, which is why I'm looking forward to my ambitious projects coming up, including that supercut of Horizon Zero Dawn. But yeah, I have something to announce specifically about those ambitious projects of mine, and, you know, we're going to be saving all of that for midnight, so be sure to stay awake if you have important things to do tomorrow. Just forget about them. They're not nearly as important as this, you know, reality shifting update I have for you all. My apologies for that stuff right there, unfortunately. I'm a human, so I do human things. That being said, let's bring out a little bit of Boom Guy. He's a Boom Guy, don't you know? Oh yeah, next semester will be very different. And Keith, that's my name. When you stop revealing my real life name on stream here, Jared, the whole idea of me having Igknightthefire as my YouTube name is so people call me that. Because yes, those of you who don't know, Keith is my real name. And those of you who think my name isn't Keith in real life, you're wrong, so you shouldn't call me by anything else other than Keith and Igknightthefire. You know, any other name for me is pretty much wrong, because that's how saying wrong names works. Just go stick with that. Sky is here, but is it falling is the question. Is the sky falling? How dare you hit me? That's awfully rude. I'm trying to build a bit of a score here. There we go. That's getting them all right. That is getting them, boys. Oh yeah. Okay, that being said, I believe Bumble Blaster should now be a moderator. So that's awesome. Ignite's name is actually Ignite, not Ignite. Oh my god, all of these revealments on stream. Once again, I'm pretty sure revealments isn't a word. Until now, because I made it up. And I also patented it as my word, now I own it. If you say the word, then I'm gonna have to either sue you or you'll, you know, you'll pay me for the rights. So I'd rather you not buy the rights, because then I could sue you for more than what the rights are worth. Yeah, exactly. Bumble Blaster is indeed a mod as well deserved. Ooh, I want that. Thank you very much here, game. Oh! I just kind of fell. That was my depth perception making the best of me again. Oh, me, my excuses. Michael Myers is back. Great to see you, my friend. Good night. I don't know why you said snacks can't smile back, because they actually can. What are we on about the whole like goldfish debacle thing? Like, yes, a snack can smile, but it can't smile back at you, because to smile at someone is a verb. It's doing something. A snack is an inanimate object, therefore it can't do anything. It's like a platypus, even though platypuses aren't inanimate, but yet still, despite being a biological creature, platypuses, they don't do much. But yeah, that being said, a snack can have a smiley face, but it can't smile at you. Smiling at you is doing something, and a snack can't do anything, it being inanimate. That's my argument here. And there's a big difference between a smiley face and smiling at someone, or back at someone. Oh, Crip, good going there. Just use the stats from the cards, and despite all that, the cards don't line up with the stats in the game. That's a huge shame, actually. It would have been a nice detail if they lined up, but unfortunately, the developers said no, too much effort. And here's the thing, game developers are lazy. They will cut corners wherever they can, they will cut costs wherever they can, and that's just what we call efficiency. Putting in a lower input to garner a higher output, or garnering the same output with less input. It's just the way of all business, really. You gotta maximise profit, otherwise projects like Skylanders wouldn't be made in the first place. It wasn't profitable. It was profitable for 5 years, which is why Activision milked the shit out of it that time. And then when it became not profitable, they stopped making them. It was big sad, but it's also the world we live in. A world we live in where money makes the world go round. And of course I've watched Shrek. I'm a massive animation fan. How can I call myself an animation fan if I've never seen the classic Shrek? That movie is great. As is the second one. In fact, the second one is even better. Got him. Okay, my laptop seems to have died on me. Great! Exactly what I need. A £500 laptop died on me. Oh, no, never mind. It's fine. Thank God for that. Yeah, dead laptop was the last thing I needed. I barely watch films. Yeah, I'm the complete opposite. I'm a massive film buff as well as a studier of a film production course. So you damn well hope that I watch plenty of films. After all, if I didn't watch plenty of films, how would I know how to make good ones? And the idea is that I want to make good films. Well, that's just the thing though. A Dream Skylanders 7 is a nice concept. I completely botched it out. I accidentally pressed the triangle button rather than the R2. I'll tell you what it is. I've been playing a lot of the Horizon games recently, and in the Horizon games, the triangle button is the interaction button. So I press the triangle button here, expecting that to be expecting that even to be the interaction button. And obviously in Skylanders, it's not the same. So yeah, that was Horizon got me tongue. It is bad that I never got Tower of Time. It is a shame because this is a really great level. Sure, it's definitely on the longer side, which can be a bit of a nuisance. But its design, its creativity, it's unparalleled. One of the best levels in this game for good reason. Not only in this game, in this franchise, you could go as far to say easy top 100. I'm trying to remember how many levels there are on Skylanders now. More than there are actual Skylanders, I think. No, that's not true. How could that possibly be true? Most Skylanders games introduce more Skylanders than what there are levels, so... Scratch that, that's definitely not true! Oh, congrats on being on spring break there, Bumble Blaster. I hope you enjoy it. I'm pretty sure the only exception to that is Giants, which had 20 levels in comparison to 16 new characters, but there was only 16 new levels, so it's 16 on 16, exact same number. But apart from that, I'm pretty sure all Skylanders games have a lower amount of levels than what there are Skylanders, in terms of numbers, that is. What did you miss? Me rambling about absolutely nothing. So basically the norm. Yeah, Elden Ring is made by the same people as Dark Souls. They add their signature style to the game by making it brutally difficult, making you want to snap your controller in two. I'm kind of surprised they don't give you a controller with the game, to be honest, knowing that you'll definitely snap at least one in your process of playing it. Even if it's just some cheap-ass third-party piece of plastic, they'd at least have the decency to give you a controller to smash whilst you're playing it. My spring break isn't till April. Huh! My last day before spring break is actually tomorrow. Spring break starts for me on Monday the 4th, pretty much. That is 4th, right? On Monday? I'm pretty sure it is. Okay, let's stop the time again. Hopefully we get a nice big ass score from this, because that's what we want, a nice big ass score. At least we do also add to our multiplier whilst this happens. Not multiplayer, we're not in multiplayer right now. Yeah, multiplier, so now we can earn more points from defeating enemies after this is all said and done with. Well, when I try and get Trap Team, I'm gonna get the Mirror of Mystery, because seeing a good Chaos looks weird and hilarious. There's a good Chaos in Imaginators, where you get to play as the villain. That's pretty cool. In fact, Chaos is one of the best senseis in that game, though I wouldn't call him a sensei. He's just, you know, more of a rehabilitated villain than anything. Oh boy, big guys with big boom! Big Big boom! I repeat, big boom! Luckily, that's what we have Boomjet Soul Gem for. Bring us some nice cooked breakfast. Speaking of cooked breakfast, I had a cooked breakfast for dinner tonight, and it was glorious. Love me a nice cooked breakfast for dinner. I'm about to jinx it. I haven't seen bots in a stream for a while. Why would you say that? You're just asking for it to be jinxed here, man. You're just asking for it. Let's get the shield. Boom! He's out of here. Oh no, bots are never gone. The universe just can't seem to get enough of them. Especially in Detroit Become Human, man, bots are everywhere in those games. Or should I say AI? However you want to put them, they are everywhere. It's almost like the entire plot is centralized around them. I've also started playing another PlayStation exclusive game, Days Gone. I understand that that one's pretty controversial. Most people would call it an average game at best, but to other people it's a masterpiece and an absolute favourite PlayStation exclusive. So there's definitely a lot of range from what I've heard about it. I think it's fine. It's very Last of Us inspired. It's like, what if Last of Us was an open world game, but not nearly as interesting and characters that aren't as good? You know, if you just put your controller on the ground while unpaused, you automatically win. If I did that, I'm sure the performance in the game would somehow be better than when I'm actually playing it. I mean, I could give this controller to my cat and they'd play better. I don't even have a cat. At least not here at Lincoln, at home I don't.
It's good to be back in the present.
Alright, I'm gonna head out, last day of school tomorrow, so I may as well be half awake for it. Who wants to be half awake for school? Overrated. But no, you enjoy your sleep there, Cook Crusher, and I appreciate you stopping on by, my friend. Yeah, have a great last day indeed. Yeah, imagine actually being awake. I'm not awake right now and I'm streaming, so that's only gonna spell disaster, that's for sure. Anyway, we're gonna sneakily grab that food and then swap out for a water scan. At this time we're gonna go for the core that doesn't let me down. Poke shot. At least I think I didn't kill her off in the previous episode. I don't know, I've lost track of what Skyders are dead and which ones are A-OK. So at this point I've stopped giving fucks. I mean, this is the finale for Pete's sake. We might as well just revive all our characters at this point. Except Riptide. Riptide can stay dead. He sucks, don't want to play him again. That's why. No other reason. Okay, let's freeze the time. Head over here. That clicking is just really, oh fuck, raises your anxiety levels to the point of me accidentally committing Sudoku right there. So yeah, I actually quite like the fact that they have the clicking noise. It really adds to the urgency and speeds things up, pacing wise, that's it. I was about to say subscribing wise, because Aiden has just put that in the chat. So yeah. If we're talking about Hypno Sniper here, it's not just Aiden. I think we should all just drop everything we're doing and go subscribe to this man right now. He makes some legendary, badass content because he is actually capable of pushing a Be Good video game button without yours truly. So if you want good gameplay, look no further than that guy. And hey, when you subscribe to his channel and check out his awesome content, you can thank me later. Yeah, I'm gonna kill this guy now. At least that's part of the plan anyway. Luckily for us, Punk Shot makes it easy. No wonder why I wasn't capable of pushing the Be Good video game button earlier. Punk Shot is the Be Good video game button. Oh my god, my 2.5 hour edit of Horizon Zero Dawn for Supercut on New Game Plus Ultra Hard is finally exported. I will be premiering that at some point on the 1st. I really need to upload something soon, lol. I've been hella busy with school. Oh yeah, me too. The main reason why I've been light on content recently is basically because my financial position isn't particularly great right now. As well, I was making for rant at the beginning of the stream about students not having much money. So basically, I don't earn much money from YouTube, not nearly enough to prioritise that over other ways of earning money. So instead I go out doing Uber deliveries, because basically in 15 minutes time I can earn £3.50 rather than YouTube where I earn £3.50 a day if I'm lucky. So yeah, I've been spending more time having to go out and do Uber deliveries so I can actually pay my bills rather than doing YouTube. If I earn more money from YouTube, I'd obviously focus on videos more, but you know, it's not a diss on you guys. I love the support I get regardless, and I'm not entirely in it for the money neither. Money is just a nice little bonus on top of it all. I just realised I didn't even need to do this yet. What I need is the key. Yeah, Stubbletooth is pretty much just alright. He's also known as the Walmart Bash, with a good reason, because that's basically exactly what it is. Though here in the UK we don't have Walmart, so he's more of a Tesco Bash for us UKians. UKians, that's funny right there. I find it interesting they play Stone Town music in this part of the level. Well, it has that kind of Stone Town type feeling to it, I guess. I don't know. The textures are similar. Just a lot more gorgeous. Like, seriously, look at the leaves on that tree right now. The game is gorgeous and it has such a huge attention to detail. So much more so than other Skylanders games. Hey, don't hit me! That's awfully rude, old chap. Luckily, that's what we got food for once again. Okay, there it goes. The second once again. We've got to get out of the way. And then freeze time once again. Is it okay if I say I don't like SSA? No, that is not okay. How dare you say such a thing? That is despicable. And worst of all, your biggest offence on this day, your biggest sin against humanity. That's not my opinion. I love SSA, and everyone knows that if your opinion is different to mine, then it's wrong, because that's how opinions work. I didn't actually grow up on Winnie the Pooh. I grew up on other cartoons. I watched very little Winnie the Pooh when I was younger. Don't hit me! Enemies. Oh boy, I didn't have enough time to read that. I want to read Hypno Sniper's ha funny joke. And unfortunately my laptop is being too slow to allow it. If you hate me, then I never played... Oh, I didn't have enough time to read that comment neither! PlayStation, slow down for 2 seconds. And by that I mean don't display the comments for 2 seconds. That's not nearly enough time for me to actually read them. Okay, let me scroll back up to Hypno Sniper's ha funny comment. Wherever it is. Hey, don't hit me! Enemies. Oh, sorry, we won't do that. Oh, my bad. Exactly, funny comment. SSA is my first game back in November 2011. You played it in November 2011? Impressive, man. I didn't even play SSA until Christmas of that year. And then every year after that, Skylanders would release close to my birthday, so every year after that I'd get Skylanders as a birthday present. I'm sorry, Ignite, I'll just go eat my cooked fried chicken in case KFC. Hey, you enjoy that KFC, man. KFC is glorious. Not my favourite fast food place, then again, I'm not hugely fond of many fast food places. I have fast food places if I want fast food, otherwise I go to a proper restaurant to eat. Oh yeah, and also if I feel like being a cheap ass, because, you know, a £5 McDonald's meal made in 10 minutes, that is convenient, but it's not something I'd eat on a weekly basis. I have one McDonald's once every 2 weeks at best. I'm having a McDonald's tomorrow, and that's going to be my first in about 3.5 weeks. Ow. This is fine. Even though I said ow, which would imply the opposite. That was rude, he hit me! Charlie hit me! Yeah, that's right, I named him, deal with it. Okay, let's kill this guy. I find it really cool actually how these little water pumps that bounce you upwards can't actually function when you slow down, when you stop time, because the water is no longer flowing, so you no longer get that propulsion system. You know, really cool mechanic, makes it so you have to engage those guys whilst the time is still active. You see, this level just truly thought of everything. That's what makes it so cleverly designed, mind you. I haven't had Burger King in years. I couldn't blame you. Burger King is awful. Like, sure, they make slightly better burgers than McDonald's with a better quality meat. Doesn't mean it's got less oil in it. You know, their burgers have so much more grease and so much more oil. They are... I'm playing this off like McDonald's have healthy burgers. They definitely don't. I don't think there's ever such a thing as a healthy burger. But they are better for you than Burger King burgers, at least. And they're overpriced as fuck. Like, seriously? Burger King? It's £12 for a cheeseburger? I don't have that kind of cash. Popeyes? I don't think so, unfortunately. Oh, an update file for Horizon Forbidden West just installed. But that's going to be blocked out on your guys' screen. Oh yeah, I agree. McDonald's is way better than Burger King. I haven't had a Burger King in years because, to be frank, I hate it. Into the wild blue yonder. Though I've got to admit, Popeyes is notorious with the meme. Yeah, you guys know what I'm talking about. My disappointment is immeasurable, and my day is ruined. Yeah, that's what I know Popeyes for. I don't even know Popeyes was a fast food chain, given that Popeye to me is a cartoon character that eats spinach and gets a huge buff, which is the coolest thing ever. Teaching kids that spinach will give you a big buff. I mean, I like spinach regardless, but still, didn't hurt that spinach was what powered Popeye up. If Popeye can be all big and strong and save the day with spinach, why can't I? Used to say.
Deal with Cluck once and for all.
Owlslade? I can't say I've ever heard of Owlslade before. Sounds like an owl character, given that owl is part of the name. Okay, let's go with a little bit of... Let's do a bit of Hoot Shift, actually. Which, hey, is a bit of a messed up teleport combo, that. Normally, I'd say Chick-fil-A is my favourite fast food, but apparently they fund anti-LGBTQ groups, so can't say I agree with that. Yeah, that's a big no-go zone, very unethical and very uncool, just as they were being likeable. They turn around and be unlikable. It's like a villain when they get killed off the moment they start to redeem themselves. It's tragic, and yet you kind of are satisfied by it because a villain that you hate is now dead. See ya! Die, 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 die! Yes, die some more. I like it when you die, I like it a lot. In fact, I prefer it. I prefer you dead to you living. Oh wow, that got dark pretty quick. This is fine. I might have got hit by that guy, but this is still fine. Oh yeah, the Oscars happened, and I'm normally, when it comes to the Oscars, most interested by the animated feature and Best Picture. Best Picture went to the only film of the bunch besides Power of the Dog that I hadn't watched. I've been meaning to watch Power of the Dog, I could get around to it. But Coda and Power of the Dog are the only two, like, Best Picture nominees I didn't watch, and Coda won it, so that better be a damn good film if it won out over Licorice Pizza, Belfast, Nightmare Alley, and my personal choice, King Richard. Those films were all deserving of it. Speaking of King Richard, Will Smith actually got Best Actor, but going back to the animated feature one, Encanto won it, which, to be honest, I'm not much surprised. I was expecting Kanto to win. I personally wanted Mitchells vs. Machines to win, but the Oscars never listen to what I want. Except for the year that Spider-Man Into Spider-Verse won it. That year I got what I wanted. You know what? I meant to get hit by that guy. Getting hit by that guy was all part of my plan. yeah, I was too busy talking about Encanto to worry about not getting hit there. I love Encanto though, it's a very good animated film. I was rooting for either Encanto or Mitchell's vs. Machines. If any of the other animated films that were nominated won, I would have been very upset. Because Luca, Raya and the Last Dragon, and the other one they nominated were not nearly as good. The fact that I couldn't even remember the other one goes to show how not good it was in comparison to the others. Okay, this fool has got to go. Simple as, really. Hey, we have some spellbooks here. Get out of here, man. Get out of here. Oh yeah, not that anybody cares, but Encanto also won for BAFTA, so yeah. And Cruella actually did something as a Disney live-action film that actually did something at the Oscars. It won, what was it, Best Costume Design? Very deservingly too. The best thing about that film was easily the costumes. And then Dune pretty much wiped the floor. What's funny about Dune though is that it won 5 or 6, I forget, but it won so many categories, but not Best Picture or Best Director. It's so rare for a film to win that many awards without Best Picture and Best Director being one of them. It's like, okay, so how many things in that film can be like the best of its category without it just by default winning Best Picture? I mean, at the end of the day, what does a film consist of? Visuals and sound. Dune won them both. So how can a film that's literally the best for both sound, editing, and visuals still not win Best Picture? Not that I was even rooting for Dune for Best Picture, but still. Like I said, my personal rooting for Best Picture was either King Richard, Nightmare Alley, or Licorice Pizza. Man, I wish Nightmare Alley won something. Nightmare Alley so deserved to win something, and it didn't! Welcome to the stream here, DJ. We're currently having some Oscar rants because everybody really cares about the Oscars. And by that I mean, not really. It's only Best Picture that people ever seem to care about anyway. You guys probably think I'm about to die. Which is definitely an appropriate thing to be thinking right now because I'm probably as good as dead. Oh, I forgot that I have extra lives. That's convenient. Well, it's not convenient, it's being hit directly afterwards, however. Oh boy, big laser projectile thingamabobs. We're just gonna stick with that because that's accurate enough as is. Oh man, these guys have got to stop hitting me, it's so rude. Freeze time. A number of times I've pressed the R2 button and the game just said, nah, bitch. I haven't seen Moon Knight yet, unfortunately. I'm definitely going to get round to it. I've heard good things, actually. My roommates really like the pilot. So I'm looking forward to getting around to it again, eventually. And we just hit 1 million points. If that's not impressive, I don't know what is.
You win, Skylander. For now, but
Yes! Swap Force food be like 10,000 healing, let's go! Gotta love Swap Force food, man. I love Swap Force food a lot more than other food. It's also a lot more detailed, so it looks delicious.
looks like the Skylanders did it. Boom.
Yes, we hit the 7 digits! As well as for the unskippable cutscene. I'd love to hit the best button of a video game for skip button, but unfortunately that seems to be asking for too much.
Together, right?
No. I'm afraid this is where you need to part ways for good.
Of course I like gravy. Gravy is great. I also love cooking gravy with a little bit of onion in there. Oh, onion gravy. I mean, all what gravy is water mixed with stock fat. So you can have, like, chicken, well, stock fat, stock paste. You know, you can do it with any kind of meat or vegetables. I tend to use chicken stock paste or beef stock paste because I like meat, but vegetable stock paste is perfectly good as well. So that's triple stars on everything score mode related. So let's get out of here with our 1,000,000 points to boot. Oh yeah, food from giants sucks unless you obviously get the charms from beating the arenas, as well as all of the like healing Lookatron wheels, and then you actually have a chance at healing. Or you just play as Flashwing, who has healing and it's overpowered. Flashwing is just the solution to every problem in Giants. You have a problem in Giants, just put up a portal Flashwing and you're all sorted. Wow, she's so good. That being said, why are you recommending to me Doofus Rufus score mode challenges when that's already been done? Okay, so what hasn't been done yet? We're still missing 2 stars and bonus missions. Still missing 1 star on time attack apparently. So where's our 2 stars missing bonus mission maps? Frigid Fright. Okay, let's get our triple stars here then. Doofus Rufus for best NPC. You got that right, Hypno Sniper. You got that right.
There are a number of frost
yeah, I'm pretty sure Grafey is a source. At least if you've done it correctly, it should be a source. It's a very thick source, but when it's too thick, you've done it wrong. It needs to be that perfect, like, mix of the two, I suppose, because it can't be too watery. Otherwise, it's just water. You might as well just put water in. But if it's too thick, then again, it just doesn't taste very good, does it? Yes, he's finally dead. We love to see it. Vinegar is an odd one. Like, I would argue it's a source, but is it really? Like, vinegar is closer to salt than it is to, like, let's say barbecue sauce. I can't believe I just said that. It's not really all that close at all, is it? Sometimes, to quote Frankenweenie, adults just don't know what they're talking about. There's never been a truer word said in cinematic history, or a truer phrase, should I say. Because it's true, sometimes adults just don't know what the fuck they're talking about. May that be a lesson to all of you kids out there, that sometimes kids know best. Oh yeah, Willikin Village hits all the right notes, literally to it. It's music notes and all that. Love me some Willikin Village. There's a Google Images link in the chat, gotta love that. And it's the Doofus Rufus, best NPC in this game. Anyway, let's head back here, grab ourselves a Green Ghost. Ooh. Green Ghost, also a villain in Scooby-Doo. That was a plain accident. Hey, Green Ghost, get back over. Okay, I guess not. I guess we won't be solving that mystery today. Zoink, Scoob! That was a terrible. I don't even know what impression that was meant to be, but it was terrible all the same. Oh, crap, I got it. This is fine. Too busy taking the mick out my own terrible impressions. But yeah, Scooby-Doo. I love the cartoons, but the film they made, Scoob, man, that was some hot garbage, right there. Did not like that film at all. I wasn't even close to liking it, to be honest. Anyway, let's stop getting hit. How about that? How's that sound? Yes, yay. Also, a moment of silence to soak in the music. Yay! Yeah, that was terrible. I apologise to your ears for making them bleed. Yeah, at least you have the music to make up for that. Yeah, that's the same as Avatar: The Last Airbender. Show was a masterpiece, but movie is trash. Oh, I'm absolutely gonna get around to watching the show at some point. I've seen the film, and I know how garbage the film is, but I've heard so many good things about the series. I promise you, I will watch it eventually. Okay, this guy starts to go. Eventually. There we go. This is a very awkward angle, but we'll deal with it all the same. Not dead yet. Plus we still got our extra lives. So let's go back, get that orange ghost. With quote-unquote angles galore over here. I could kill that guy, I just can't be bothered. Unless we're looking really bad on our objectives. Nope, we're not. By the time the time bonus is added, we should have this in fine bag. Been a while since you joined the stream, has it, Slimy? Well, thanks for stopping by, my friend. Really appreciate it. You came for the finale of all things, which is awesome. We also have little runic symbols on those gates. I never noticed that. And it really reminds me of runic puzzles from God of War, a game I really like, by the way. It's notoriously one of the best PlayStation 4 games with good reason. So now we head back to Woodborough with 100% bonus missions at hand, or in hand, should I say. Oh wee oh, oh wee oh.
There are still places in Cloudbreak that.
Yeah, Doofus Rufus. Yeah. Okay, what else haven't we finished yet? Have we done? How many arenas have we done? I assume we haven't done like any of the. We haven't done any of the Shipwreck Island stuff or any of the, you know. Sandcastle stuff. For now though, we're going to go back to normal ass levels that we're trying to beat everything on nightmare mode. So let's head out for the Cascade Glade. Ooh. Yeah, we have so much to get done on this. I think the only thing we pretty much got done was well, we would have got the Speed Zone done because we would have had Magna Charge unlocked. I think that's pretty much it though. I mean, sure, Rattleshake Soul Gem is in this level for both Bounce Zone and for Undead Zone, but they pop up after that's happened, so let's bring out a little bit of Sith Fire element. Actually, I think we can do a Fire and Bounce at the same exact time. I'm trying to think what elements are popping up as well. I think Earth, so we can do a little bit of Rubble Kraken. Why should I watch out for not salad, Slade? I thought that comment said salad from there, Aiden. Watch out for salad! You're right, I should watch out for salad. Salad is very dangerous and very intimidating. I should be scared. But Slade, on the other hand, no big deal. I'm sure I'll be fine. I don't just watch out for Slade. Slade should watch out for me. I'm far more dangerous than this Slade fella. I still remember pushing Ignite to watch Atla back when I first came to your channel. Atla? Oh, Avatar The Last Airbender, yeah. You've been pushing for me to watch that series a while, and like I say, I promise you'll get around to it. At the moment, I'm busy watching It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. I've decided to get hooked on that show now. And I'm already at season 6 and didn't even realise it. One moment, I'm starting season 4. Next thing I know, I'm on season 6. I'm like, how did I get to this season so quickly? The show is hilarious, but it's dark comedy, so, you know, comedy is subjective, so you've got to have the right taste for it, really, especially since a lot of dark stuff happens in that show, hence the dark comedy and all that. But the thing is that the main characters, they are terrible people, like, some of the worst. They're some of the most selfish, greedy assholes I've ever seen on film, and yet they're somehow more realistic. People in real life are like that. People are selfish, are greedy, but they also get punished for that. They get their comeuppance. So seeing these characters get punished for their wrongdoings, it is hilarious. The show is so funny. I love it. I remember Ignite being like, I watched it and it wasn't very good, and I was like, what? And then you were like, it was quite a bad movie. Yeah, the movie was bad, the show I haven't seen.
Rocked it.
Bumble is back! What? Let's get pumped for Bumble in my house! Back to where are we? Yeah, I don't care. I'm just going to ignore that. Comedy is comedy, so just laugh when it's funny. No, that's just the thing. You don't just laugh when it's funny, because sometimes something isn't funny to you. Oh, Aiden, I know your pain. I managed to smash my phone the other day. Had to sell my Nintendo Switch to buy a replacement. So now when my next set of loans comes through, I'm going to be buying another Switch. Reason why I sold my Switch to get a new phone and not just wait for my loans to come through to get a new phone is that a phone is essential. Not to mention, to log into all of my student accounts I need verification via a text message. Obviously I need a phone to receive said text message. So yeah, I needed that for multiple reasons and I got it sorted. Here's where I noticed that Earth isn't even going to pop up here, so I might as well just swap out for Life, which will later on. So let's bring out a little bit of Stink Kraken instead. Why the hell not? I still need my bounce character after all. And we're still just ignoring the air element. I never had a Switch. Well, I'd recommend one. If you ever get around to getting one, you should thoroughly enjoy it, no doubt. Am I the only one who thinks Swap Force has bad hitboxes? No, you're not. Trust me, that is basically a universal opinion. Especially since that's my opinion, so as always, if you disagree with me, you're wrong, because that's how opinions work. My least fave swappers are Firecracken, Boomjet, Washbuckler, and Doomstone. I love the fact though that Firecracken and Boomjet are both within my top 3, so you lifting that off, in my personal opinion, is a pretty big hot take, because I felt like Firecracken and Boomjet were quite universally beloved. I don't regularly hear much hate toward Firecracken and who's the other one? Boomjet, my personal favourite swapper. But ever since I released my swappers ranked, I've been set straight, because apparently a lot of people don't like that I put Firecracken and Boomjet above Spire Eyes. I mean, I did. Deal with it, it's my opinion.
Thank goodness you're here, Skylander.
Yes, you'd be useless without me.
Skylanders of the life element are strong.
For some reason I felt like he was going to say more than that, although in my history of playing this game for many years, never has he ever said more than that, so why the fuck I was expecting it, I don't know. Yeah, that guy's got to go. It's official, Swap Force has now gained another spot in my ranking of the games. It's now 3rd. Oh, good for you. My bottom 2 and my top 2 Skylanders games are basically solidified. Those aren't ever going to change around. Imaginators and Swap Force will always be my bottom 2, and then my top 2 will always be Superchargers and Trap Team. Spyro's Adventure and Giants in the middle are always swapping around though. As I always say, one day I'll wake up and be like, I prefer Giants. The next day I wake up, nah, Spyro's Adventure is better. The games are just both so similar, and they both thrive in different manners, I suppose, despite the similarities. I mean, sure, for mechanics are practically exactly the same between the two, but for level design goes for 2 completely different ideas, I guess. Giants has a lot more creativity pumped into it, and the music is even better, which is saying a lot, because Spyro's Adventure has great music to begin with. Spyro's Adventure is easy, yes, not having a difficulty is a huge hindrance to Spyro's Adventure, I do admit. Spyro's Adventure also has very repetitive level themes, but the idea of Spyro's Adventure, all of its levels being based around the elements, it just does a really great job of incorporating what it has. It doesn't have much. But what it does have, it used well. Like if the later Skylanders games had more limited resources, just like Spyro's Adventure, they wouldn't have been nearly as good. Like as the Skylanders franchise went on, the newer games obviously had newer technologies and bigger budgets. I think so anyway. I know for a fact Swap Force and Trap Team surely had a bigger budget. That being said, you know, those games, as they got newer technology, greater resources, you go back and you make Trap Team with a limited resource they had for Spyro's Adventure, I just don't think it would have been as good. I'll accept Swap Force being in your bottom 2 as long as it does, as long as Imaginators doesn't rank higher than Swap Force. Oh, Imaginators will never rank higher than any of the other Skylanders games. But no, case in point, Spyro's Adventure. It had 8 elements, and it did a great job revolving its theme around the 8 elements. It just made the figurines feel like such a crucial part of the experience. Sure, all of the Skylanders games did, but not to the same extent as Spyro's Adventure. And Spyro's Adventure, you were the Portal Master. It just really pulled you into that world, and it gave itself a hook. And it never really, after it hooked you in, it hooked you, reeled you in. After that, it never really let go of your immersion, of your attention. It was just such a, it was such a gripping game. And not to mention it was revolutionary, like it revolutionized this industry. It inspired similar titles. I mean, gameplay-wise, Disney Infinity, Lego Dimensions, they're completely different, but they have that Toys to Life idea that Skylanders had because they capitalized on that popularity of bringing toys to life. Whereas Spyro's Adventure, just the amount of immersion and fourth wall breaking and how it intricately connects all of the elements with the idea of you being this higher being, this portal master. It just feels like a stronger interconnection, and I have a stronger immersion when playing Spyro's Adventure. Plus, the nostalgia doesn't hurt it either. Like, I have a lot of nostalgia for Spyro's Adventure, so that's really what pushes it over the edge for me. Without the nostalgia, Giants would win like every day of the week. But Spyro's Adventure was the first game. It was the game that got me into this franchise to begin with. Just having those memories of playing it for the first time alongside my dad in full-blown co-op throughout the entire game after I got it from my grandparents at Christmas of 2011. Especially when I didn't even know I was getting it. My parents didn't get it for me, so I opened up all of my presents and didn't get Spyro's Adventure, despite the fact that it's what I wanted most. And then my grandparents show up with a present, and I just had so much joy from that. There's no paralleling that kind of experience, that sense of nostalgia. You know, there's nothing that would put more of a smile on my face than replaying through Spyro's Adventure. I can't play that game and not smile. I wish my parents would play video games with me. Unfortunately, after Spyro's Adventure, my dad never played another Skylanders game with me since. Which is why I have such a strong nostalgia for my first ever playthrough of Spyro's Adventure, because I was able to play through it with my dad. But then again, before Giants came out was also when we moved the Nintendo Wii into my bedroom, so I could play that on my own space rather than relying on the family living room to play it. Okay, we definitely gotta do this Sneak Zone, that hasn't been done yet.
Only a swap Skylander with a sneak ability.
Because we've been doing the whole themes of mixing and mashing all of the zones, let's do a little bit of sneak, mix and match for Stink Shadow. Me and my mum played through all of the Halo campaigns.
Can activate this swap zone.
It's pretty cool actually hearing about a mum playing through Halo. At the end of the day, women love games too. It's not always represented that way, but technically gaming is a 50-50 split. Who plays video games? 50% male, 50% female. It's the same as the population of the planet. 50-50. You know, despite it being a 50-50 split, I tell you what, my college class certainly didn't showcase that. I did 1 year of games until I transferred to a film course, but in that games course, there were 17 of us, all of us were men, so yeah, despite it being a 50-50 split, our class really did not represent that. The sneak zones are one of the worst swap zones. I disagree, I really like the sneak zones actually, especially since the swap zone like bonus content afterwards that you unlock by beating these the first time around. Yeah, those are some of the more easiest swap zones. All you gotta do is not get spotted and collect all the Swap Force medals. You can do it first time round, no problem. It's not like bounce zones or spin zones that take forever, take multiple tries, and just really get annoying quickly. Oh, looks like I have a present. I have a present. Yeah, I enjoy the sneak zones. Deal with it, in the words of Marty. Tough work. They're not the best zones. Far from it. But I don't think they deserve hate. The only swap zones that deserve hate are the spin and bounce ones, I'm telling you. Man, those zones are garbage. What's my favourite swap zone? My favourite swap zone is probably teleport. The teleport one is really fun. Very intense, very fast paced. What else? The speed one is fast paced. I don't mind the climb one. Oh, the rocket one is definitely my second favourite. You know what, let's just collect these guys. Screw collecting all of the little jello sparks, as I like to call them. When have I ever called them that? How can you hate the teleport ones? They're so much fun. Getting 3 stars and bounce zones are worst, but spin zones are worst overall. Yeah, fair enough. Spin zones just aren't fun. Whoever came up with the concept of spin zones, I sincerely hope they were fired because they deserve it. Yes, we just went there, deal with it. What other objectives am I missing? Oh, just for Hat and the area discovered, that'd be the undead zone then. For me, the bounce zone, rocket zone, climb zone, and spin zone have some of the worst swappers. I mean, if you're talking about the swappers themselves, bounce has rattle shake, which is an automatic win. Rocket has both blast zone and boom jet. That's a win. Climb zone has spire eyes. That's a win. I mean, spin, fair enough. I really like free ranger, but apparently not many people do, from what I've heard. I even had someone comment on my swappers ranking video saying that free ranger was their least favourite Skylander of all time. I'm like, you do know that Blastmine exists, right? How can you say that free ranger is worse than Blastermind? I think I didn't say Blastermind before. My bad, I meant Blastermind is obviously the worst Skylander ever created. Or at least my least favourite, which by default makes it the worst Skylander ever created. As always, if your opinion doesn't line up with mine, it's wrong because that's how opinions work. So now let's go with a little bit of Rattle Shadow. Hi Vort, how you doing my man? Great to see you. I love Free Ranger. Yeah, me too. I'm glad to hear it there, Pro Raymond. Blastmine is good. Now that's the first. I don't regularly hear that. Yeah, Blastmine is absolutely the worst Skylander. I could agree more. Right as I thought they couldn't make anyone worse than Wrecking Balls, they went on ahead and made Blastmine. Again, I hope whoever came up with Blastmine was fired. Or they resign from sheer regret of creating the biggest piece of walking garbage in gaming history. In fact, he doesn't even walk! He levitates! He is the biggest levitating piece of garbage in video gaming history is what he is. Oh, I keep on forgetting I don't have a tertiary attack unlocked for this character yet. This is a pre-owned one that isn't upgraded. Oh, dearie me! Worst Skylander is simple. Hothead and Igniter. I'll say it forever. Stupefied, you are so wrong. That is like one of the largest literal hot takes I have ever heard. Not only Igniter, but Hothead too is a pretty beloved giant. He regularly, I see, falls in like the top half of ranking lists for the giants. He's always like number 3, number 2, number 4 for most people. He's personally number 6 for me. But that goes to show how good the giants are if Hothead is number 6, because I really like Hothead. The only giants I dislike are Thumpack and Crusher. After that, all of the giants get really good. Ow. That's especially clear in my Soul Seeker series in Giants, which I really expected for Cores to outlive the Giants, but the Giants are doing so much more better than the Cores. It's uncanny. I should really stop getting hit by things now. Well, I've just killed people for hating Hothead. No, you've not killed people. You've inspired them to rise up and want to kill you. Igniter isn't the worst Skarner. It's Firecracker that's the worst Skarner ever. Two of my absolute favourites, Pro Raymond. Firecracker is certainly one of my absolute favourites, and Igniter is my favourite. I mean, Stirfied isn't the only one I've heard dislike Igniter. I know Alec Widdermiller isn't a large fan of him either, but apart from those two, I don't regularly hear too much distaste over Igniter. Rightfully so, because Igniter is fantastic. And yes, Hypno Sniper, Stirfied doesn't like Hothead, but you've got to remember that Stirfied's opinions aren't to be taken seriously because he's not good at video games, therefore how is he supposed to tell the difference between a good and a bad Skarner? Even his favourite Skarner that he's supposed to be good with and have all of this knowledge and experience with, even he can't get past level 2 on a solo run of Trap Team. Also, I'm heading back here to point out this hilarious glitch. We already collected the hat, and yet it's right here. What was if I press R2 again? That's so funny. I collected the hat, and the present just stayed there and gave me a little treasure for it. Because it's usually the treasure that you get once you've already collected a hat. So, boom, double whammy. We'll take it. I've been a long-time supporter of Igknightthefire. I subscribed to him a long time ago. That's good to hear. Thank you so much for that, Aiden. Lots of people in chat have, actually. I know a lot of you have been around as, you know, for months now, over a year even. A lot of you were even here when we hit 1,000 subscribers in one of my live streams. In fact, we hit 1,000 subscribers in one of my nightmare runs, one of my Trapmaster nightmare runs, which didn't end well. Obviously, this is me and Trap Team Nightmare Mode we're talking about here. Those two things do not go well together. Oh yeah, Bumble Blaster is very kind and very wholesome. Yeah, T-Rex is yet another huge fan favourite. T-Rex is a lot of fun. But then again, if Stirfied likes T-Rex, I think I should second guess my opinion on him. Don't worry about me being mean to Stirfied. It's okay to be mean so long as it's targeted at Stirfied. That's just how the rules work. I don't make up rules, I just reinforce them. I'm of course joking about Stirfied. He's a good kid, really. You should go check out his channel.
Look, Chiefess, it's the Skylanders.
I always like that he can take my jokes pretty well. You know, laugh with me about him. After all, we're not laughing at Stirfied, we're laughing with Stirfied. Wow, Ignite for one people call my internet brother bullying. Oh man. Internet brother! I mean, we're both from the UK, so clearly it makes us brothers because everyone on the British Isles has to be related. Duh, that's how it works. Because there are so few British people that they're just all brothers by default. That's obviously a lie. A massive one at that. But us British SkyTubers, we've got to stick together, man. Let's not forget, though, that Stirfied calls me Igknight. As long as he calls me Igknight, then I have every legal right to bully him. Apparently, I'm your Destroyer's brother and Crip's wife. Yeah, I could see that working. Especially being Crip's wife, that part is like the most solid part of your story right there. So what else haven't we beat at night mode? Yeah, apparently I haven't beat Rumble in the Jungle. What else haven't we done? I don't think that third star counted for Twisty Tunnels. Okay, I'll just go back and beat the level in my own time. We collected the treasure chest on camera and that's what matters. Wow, there's so many levels here we haven't done a nightmare mode. Pretty much all of the latter ones in all honesty, so Have we not done Mesmeralda's show with no hits? Let's do that then. And we definitely want someone ranged for it, so let's do a little bit of spy charge. Oh, no one is stronger than Igniter, not even more. Like, more might be a great Skylanders we was talking about previously, one of the best at that. Not greater than Igniter. After all, Igniter is the peak, the pinnacle of all Skylanders. And you know what the peak means? It means it don't get no better than that. What does it look like up there at Mesmeralda? So thank you for the advice on your own boss fight. It's like you want me to beat you. Anyway, it's time for me to initiate concentration mode before I get hit. Stir-fied. Here's a enchanted suit of armor which is on fire with a flaming axe. I don't think any human being is gonna beat that. It doesn't sound particularly beatable in real life now, does it? An enchanted suit of armor will be bad enough as is, especially if it had an axe. But the fact that Igniter has that and he's on fire. No thanks, wouldn't want to fight that. Why don't I just cocoon? Yeah, cocooning would have been better, but never mind.
Thank you.
I don't get why people love Flameslinger so much. His main attack is weak, his dash is okay, and his volley attack is so inaccurate. People like Flameslinger because Flameslinger is cool. There's no other way of justifying it than that.
Ever wonder what we do with performers who bomb on stage? I make them ushers. Clear the theater.
Haha, fart joke. What can I say? Farts are funny in the story. It's like It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. There was a whole episode, I kid you not, dedicated to poops. Just because, well, Frank thinks poops are funny. That's literally the whole punchline of the entire episode. Poop is funny! Oh, It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. Very funny show, very enjoyable. I never understood how sitcoms like that could last for so many seasons, and then I watched it, and now I understand why it has so many seasons.
Nice moves out there, Skylander.
Well, that joke stinks. Yeah, it does. You're not wrong there. It was a terrible joke, wasn't it? I'll be the first to admit that it was a terrible joke, and yeah, I told it anyway.
Looks like the chorus doesn't like
I'll tell you what, I'm gonna be a great dad someday, because I already have the jokes nailed. You missed my joke in the joke. What? That joke stinks. The fact that poop stinks. No, stir-fried. I understood it plenty. Trust me, your jokes are not that sophisticated. My brain cells can certainly comprehend them. After all, I'm smarter than you, so, there's no way that a smarter person can't understand the jokes of someone not as smart as them. That's not how smartness works. I'm saying that like Stir-fried is dumb. He might actually be smarter than me. I don't really know. I'm just kind of taking the piss here, as they say. All I know is that I myself am very smart. I'm smarter than most people. My IQ is above average, so I don't even know what my IQ is. So that's a fucking lie. The point is, I am smarter than most people. So yeah. People who think their jokes suck clearly haven't met Sky Dad. I mean, he's a dad, the king, the pinnacle of dad jokes. But like I say, one day I do hope of becoming a father, and I already have the jokes sorted, so now all I need to do is everything else, and I'm set.
Don't touch the lights. I'm not the lights.
The best thing is that I never actually need to buy my kid anything. I could just, you know, take Skylanders from my collection and give him like 5 of those each Christmas and boom! Sorted. It's like I went out to the store and bought them, but I didn't. Just hand me down Skylanders Christmas. Here you go, son. Enjoy. Or daughter. You know, if I have a daughter, I'm totally bringing out the Skylanders on her. I would like not to think about kids now, but who knows what will happen in the next 5 years, right? I mean, 5 years ago, I just started this channel for Pete's sake, and never did I think at that time that I was ever going to hit 2,000 subscribers, so may that be a lesson that in life you never know what corner it's going to take you down. Just got to live your best life along the way, really.
You'll have to do better than that to spot me.
Oh, don't think that way, Pro Raymond. I'm sure you're an absolute catch. I'm sure someday
Try as hard as you can.
you'll find a girl that you can relate to and fall in love with. You know, it sounds sloppy and awfully movie-like, very Hollywood to think of the one. But still, you gotta have faith. You gotta let that drive you. You gotta let it motivate you. Otherwise, you're just gonna be grumpy and sinful your whole life. And I tell you what, it's that which doesn't get you a girlfriend.
Ladies, gentlemen, and creatures
That is true. Adoption is always is always an option.
I'd like to thank myself for such a
You know, you can adopt a baby from birth. You can adopt, you know, a foster child, an orphan. You know, anything along those lines.
for the grand finale.
Maybe not a girlfriend, maybe a wife. Yeah, most people tend to wait till they have a wife to have a child. But as Hypno said,
Can you keep up
be a
with my
single
dancing
parent.
puppet, Skylander? Well, you better if you want to live through this show. You have some serious talent, Skylander. Very impressive. But let's see how well you
yeah, talk about the future can be scary, but it's something that you've always got to have on your mind, I suppose.
My eyes! My eyes!
I mean, if you fail to plan, you plan on having failure. Is that how the quote goes? I don't know. There's a quote along those lines. You just can't fail to plan, man. Anyway, let's initiate concentration mode before I get hit on the last phase here, because boy, that would be depressing. Oh my god, I can finish off this world with the sword. We are totally doing that if I can even get up close and personal with her, that is. Boom! Got her! How have I never done this damage list before? At least in this series, I've definitely done a damage list before now. But this series is a whole nother story. I feel like people will laugh at me if I'd have a girlfriend. Why is that? Like I say, you gotta have faith and confidence in oneself. That's what some girls even look for, confidence in a man. I mean, obviously different girls look for different people.
Welcome back to Woodborough, hero of
Rules of attraction and all that, but you've just got to find the perfect girl who's perfect for you and has what you want in a girl, and vice versa.
True stories of his days in the arena. Feel free to put his advice to the test in some arena battles.
Spyrise can use the sword thing with GT bosses as well. Oh, that's a really cool detail. I didn't know about that. Love the swordy thingy. Anyway, let's do some arenas. There's a bunch of them we haven't done yet, and I have a bunch of Skylanders to utilize for them.
This calls for a right and proper
Yeah, Snaggle Scale, get on with it.
Grandpappy always said, no sense hanging the streamers if you can't come to the party. Now, just because chaos is gone is no reason to let up on your trip.
Whew, that was close. Not really. I had that in the bag there, Pro Raymond. Just take them triple stars and bag them. Get them in the bag. They've been bagged and bagged again. I even put a bag inside a bag. I bagged them hard! Because I'm just good like that. Okay, let's start doing the sandcastle then, just because I feel like it, no other reason. And let's do it with Spy Charge again, because I feel like it, no other reason. Exactly, Spyrise, God Tier Skarner. I remember back in my elementary school there was this couple who did things that I had no time to read the comment about them doing. Oh, this couple that after school they kissed. You're right there, that is absolutely disgusting.
Ready. 3, 2, 1. Fight. Stage 1.
Please tell me you said bagged and not another word. Did I say another word? I might have said another word. Sometimes I've got to hear myself think. I'm a bit too fast with my speech. It becomes a distraction to even myself. I'm pretty sure I said bagged. I could have said something else though. That's definitely a real possibility. Yeah, we have water balloon defenses. Then again, why do we need defenses when we're playing a spy charge? I mean, it's a spy charge we're thinking about here. I also love the fact that they created new models for these enemies, just for these arenas. We now have seaside enemies for the first time. They did all of that just for arena battles. Like, that is pretty cool. Because I stood on my way to victory, apparently. Don't hit me, that's awfully rude, old chap. I love KFC, I could blame you. KFC is pretty great. No, not trolls, anything but trolls. I'm yawning away over here. Oh, that's absolutely fine, Turbo Creamer. Thanks for stopping by regardless. I appreciate your support. Even just showing up to the stream just to say hi is something that I seriously appreciate. After all, you've taken that time to come in and say hi, and you've shown your commitment, your acknowledgement of my content, in a way. Oh yeah, my absolute favourite. I love missile maulers. Right, hint of sarcasm or shadow of doubt. Greatest enemy ever. In fact, if I could marry an enemy, it would be them. The good old missile maulers. Boom, baby.
Stage 2.
A dream where you kissed someone and got disgusted by it. Well, that's the thing. When you're a dumb, stupid kid, kissing is disgusting, isn't it? It's like, ew, kissing, yuck. I mean, then again, it can also be pretty horrific. A kiss if it's someone you don't like, or if it's a family member. I mean, certain family members, it can be considered pretty weird to kiss them. Definitely not all of them, like parents. You gotta give them a kiss every once in a while, no matter how embarrassing it is. And if you don't kiss them, they will give you a kiss. That's a guarantee. I can assure you that. They will do everything in their power to embarrass you, because as parents, that is their job. It is their job to embarrass you. I should really, like, stop dying now, especially against the fucking missile maulers. Die! Thank you. Oh, these guys have got to stop attacking this right now. You're being so annoying. There we go, got him. Ow. This is not okay. Luckily, this is what we have healing for. Man, this character is so stupid, I love it. But yeah, for the longest time I didn't even notice that this was a defense mission. I needed to defend the sandcastle this entire time. Whoopsie! I never kissed my parents. Yeah, but it's pretty much guaranteed that they kissed you, even if you don't kiss them back. I mean, kissing, disgusting, ew, gross topic, let's move on. Oh man, look at all that money! Man, I could be doing some of that in real life right now. Like I said earlier in the stream, my financial situation is not the greatest right now. Okay, let's quickly get this cannon sorted. Boom! Sorry I'm late back, I decided 11 PM was the perfect time to make a pizza. Why the heck not? 11 PM is the perfect time to make pizza. Do you like peanut butter? No, I do not like peanut butter. I don't like peanuts in general, so their butter is not something that I have joy in tasting. Oh no! Spy Charger's dead! Because I got stuck there! Ugh, well that's annoying. Of all characters to peel over and die, this was the worst. Well, I say Spy Charge, the bottom halves don't actually die when their health is reduced to 0. The top halves do, though. That's the health that got down to 0. Yeah, having that there slope is really annoying. Big F's in chat. Also big F's to my throat. That was a lot of yelling. Let's retry this. We definitely want projectiles, so let's go this time for a little bit of... Let's do Boom Triller, baby. Then again, I could also do Pump Shock. I'm just not doing Pump Shock. Hypno Sniper's not happy. I'm not happy. That death was a load of bullshit, is what it was, to be fair. Unfortunately, though, the game does not care about what I do or do not think is bullshit. I was just about to bond with you on the fact that we both hate peanut butter. Yeah, I know, but then I killed off your boy, and suddenly that bondage was lost to the stars.
2, 1, fight.
If you like donuts, why? They're gross. Well, there's multiple kinds of donuts, for one, and secondly, donuts have sugar, and sugar is good, so I like them. Unlike peanut butter, it's just disgusting, and Marmite. Marmite is a very acquired taste. You either love it or you hate it. I hate it. Then again, that's pretty much the same with most foods. You either love it or you don't. And if you don't like a food, I have a very simple solution for you. Just don't eat it. Like peanut butter, I don't like it, therefore I don't eat it. Exactly, there are multiple kind of donuts. You can like glazed donuts whilst not liking any other kind of donuts. For example, I like all kind of donuts. I like most foods in general, as long as they're not peanut butter. Or seafood. I generally have a hard time with seafood. Though I do like calamari. I find it pretty odd that I hate seafood but I like calamari. Die! Why would this guy just die? He's being so inconvenient. There we go, that's more like it. Boom! Take that, suckers. Oh boy, my favorite enemy. You don't eat veg and you don't eat meat, but what do you eat then? I mean, there's plenty of foods in between. There's still, you know, several food groups. There's fruit, for example. Not that you often have fruit for dinner. Oh! Yeah, that just happened. Let's go to Woodborough and save myself a pain and embarrassment of further death and destruction. Boy, I'm depressed right now, for that was my favourite swapper that we just lost. Yes, that just happened.
Welcome back to Woodborough.
Well then, yep. Now Boomjet, get off that portal, man. You're dead. You're hella dead. You know who ain't dead though? Who ain't dead is a little bit of Boot Shift. Yeah, clearly we haven't done enough of Boot Shift already, so it's time for some more of that as we head out for. Let's do Rumble in the Jungle. Haven't been out in Nightmare mode yet. Exactly, Hypno Sniper, a trade-off. If I'm gonna kill off your favourite swapper, I gotta kill off my own too. It's like a blood pact. Just not with actual, real blood. It's more cartoony like. Anyway, story mode objectives. Here we come for good old Rumble in the Jungle. I prefer saying Rumble in the Jungle despite the fact that it's called Jungle Rumble. Like, Jungle Rumble just isn't nearly as much of a fun thing to say. They should really rename the level.
Probably too late already.
That is a very wise choice there, Wallop Time. Boomjet in the top 3, I'll take it. Well, Rattleshake is nigh unkillable, once I upgrade him that is, so Rattleshake should be safe. You hope so anyway, but then again this is me we're talking about. Oh, trust me, if I played Igniter, I would definitely kill him off. Which is why I'm sure it's a good thing I'm not playing as Igniter. Hey, at least Spire Eyes went down in a blaze of glory because he got the damageless Mesmeralda run. So if that's not glorious, then I don't know what is. And hello, Skylar Talker, you missed the absolute humiliation of arena battles just now.
I'll get rid of these pesky spikes.
So you didn't really miss much. Hey guys, if Skylar Talker didn't see it, then therefore it doesn't exist. So that means that Boomjet and the Spire Eyes have been brought back to life. Exactly, you can't live without food. You gotta love it therefore. There's gotta be at least one food in the universe that you love, even if you are a picky eater, even if you don't like much food whatsoever, there's gotta be at least one thing out there that you love to eat. Taste buds are designed to enjoy food. I mean, some things we have an acquired taste, like licorice, but licorice is not acquired taste. Acquired taste, my arse. Licorice is just garbage, period. It's like someone took a shoelace, dipped it in asphalt, warm, freshly made asphalt, then they popped it in some poop, trod on it, and then fed it to you. After burning it in an oven for 16 hours straight. That's what licorice tastes like, okay? It tastes literally like hot shit. And it's not even hot. So, that's how much I hate licorice. It is awful and I hate it. Every time my taste buds taste into it, I want to kill myself. There's an exaggeration, but still, I hate licorice. I'm getting a feeling Ignite doesn't like licorice. Yeah! I don't like licorice! No shit! I don't like licorice. Did I say Bookjet? Yeah, Bookjet just sounds like a really good Skylar actually. Bookjet and More, two excellent characters. Really recommend. You haven't played Skylanders till you've played as the Skylar Bookjet or the Skylar More. There's two absolute classic those ones. Oh, the coffins by Hooch's health bar are extra lives. So when your health is reduced to 0, you'll lose one of them coffins, but you'll be revived. Okay, we're not going to kill off those guys, because if you don't kill off the Knuckle Busters, then he doesn't bring in more for the next phase. So it does make it harder for me to not get hit. A lot harder than that. What does it look like a moon from the shapes? Ignite should die to demonstrate what the coffins are to Sky Phoenix Jack. Nah, I'm good, man. I think I've done enough dying this stream already. Nitro top half is good, but the top half is, the top part even is kind of meh to me. I couldn't agree more. The Knight top half doesn't really have original attacks. They are powerful attacks neither, and his health bar really suffers just because his bottom half has like extra lives. They give the Knight counterpart lower health, which doesn't make any sense because any top half can take advantage of the shift like regen ability. Even a character with like 1,000 health like Spire Eyes can take advantage of that. Makes me kind of wish I was playing as Spy Shift now rather than Spy Charge, but never mind. Man, I'm making mincemeat of this here boss fight. My very first non-starter pack Skylander, so I have bias. Oh, Night Shift. Well, that's a cool little story. For those of you who don't know, my first non-starter pack Skylander was technically Ghost Roaster. But if we talk about single packs and not adventure packs, then it was Boomer. Then my first triple pack was Chop Chop, Eruptor, and Bash. A pretty classic triple pack from Sky's Adventure actually. When you say triple packs, that's one of the first ones that comes to mind in Skylanders. So one of the best triple packs has to be Drobot and Stump Smash and Flameslinger. I mean, Drobot and Flameslinger alone is enough to really sell you on that triple pack, and Stump Smash is cherry on top of the cake because that character is really underrated. Can I get him this? Oh no, I can't get him this phase, that's a shame. Hoot Loop is basically a better version of Double Trouble because I'm not a Double Trouble fan. This is me quoting Pro Raven. If I were to quote myself, I would say yes, Hoot Loop is a bit similar to Double Trouble, but he's not nearly as good because I'm a huge Double Trouble fan. Double Trouble is one of my top 10 favourite Skylanders of all time. I really like Double Trouble. So yeah, that's how my quote would go. Too busy, I was quoting Pro Raymond and not myself. I mean, I can see why you're a Stump Smash fan, but at the same time, you should definitely go back and look at him again. You might wind up being surprised, because I do think he is a very underrated character. Like Prison Break. So many people hate Prison Break for no good reason whatsoever. Give me a good reason why Prison Break is bad, and do not say it's because he's slow. I get that he's slow. It's not an inherent flaw. You give me a good reason why Prison Break is bad. I'll say, fair enough. Keep it here is a good reason. And no matter how good the reason is, it's not going to change my opinion of the character. I like the character, and there's no change in my mind on that. Okay, let's continue on. Go speak to Doofus Rufus. Oh boy, we're nearly at midnight. We're getting there, folks. We're getting to the huge announcement. Kind of ties into the fact of why this is the finale, despite the fact that we aren't really finalizing anything. Like, we haven't beat those arenas yet. We're still yet to triple star every time attack challenge. Actually, let's do a time attack challenge and then get to the huge update. That sounds like a good plan, actually. I like this plan. My life's mission is making Saving Skylands and Pro Raymond like Prison Break. One day. Mate, one day. Why am I going into that when I said I was going to do time attack? Okay, which one is one that we don't have triple stars on? Ah, Shipwreck Islands, that explains it. Yeah, we're definitely playing this on easy. Midnight? Yep, that's how time zones work there, Hypno Sniper. Prison Break is okay. In Giants, in other games, he's trash. Yeah, that's just the thing though. Trap Team, most of the characters who are OP in Giants are OP again. Like, Trap Team pretty much runs the exact same as that game. Anyway, let's change the difficulty. Where is it? Options. Let's change it to easy, because there's no advantage to playing in the harder difficulties during the speedrun challenges. That's what I learned from my boy Hypno Sniper, so yeah, we're just going to take the easy way out. Although, what I have for you, as part of this huge update, yeah, there's no easy way out of that. What I have to share, it's going to be tough, but it's something I need to share with you guys. It's something I've been thinking about for a while, so yeah. Definitely, let's get some pumpage going for update! How can you hate the 3-shard summoning attack? If you space yourself perfectly, it deals stupid damage, and then your enemy's knocked back by it, so you can fire off your beam into the triple shards, split it like 9 different ways, and destroy them all at once. Plus, for his WoW power, if you send the Mega Beam down it, that's like 200 damage to all 9 of those enemies. And then every single one of those enemies that you defeat form their own crystals, creating even more splits. If you ever want to defeat like 7 shield juggernauts in front of you, Prison Break can do it. Like, I'm gonna tell you this much. If any Skylander could solo shot giants on Nightmare mode, it is either Series 2 Prison Break or Series 2 Drobot. I don't even have faith that my boy Series 2 Igniter could pull that off. In fact, Igniter couldn't even do that on hard difficulty with triple lives for a solo run, so I'd love to see how that on a harder difficulty would go. Whew, we was able to get the time stopper and jump back in time, thank God for that. We weren't able to make that jump in time, however. Oh, crap! Now I'm spawned all the way back here because I got stuck on this stupid thing. And now we're going all the way back down again! Oh, this is a massive ass time waste. I will say Prison Break is not for the worst Earth Skylander because worst one, in my opinion, is Terrafin from SSA. I absolutely agree all up time. I think Terrafin is highly overrated.
Give up, Skylander!
As my boy Chess of Greatness would say. Man, I have so many boys, including Chess of Greatness, but as he'd say, ew, $5 Shark. He calls him $5 Shark because Chaos owes him $5. Oh yeah, Flameslinger is definitely another wise choice for it. But I'd also argue Flashwing as well. I don't know, I think Swarm could do pretty well. I managed to do all of the no-hit challenges with Swarm. If Flameslinger's volley shot keeps missing, then my opinion, well, not my opinion, my advice I should say, is basically just be more accurate with it. Like, is the attack that's inaccurate, or is it you being inaccurate with the attack? You know, if you think a Skylander is bad for them doing their attacks appropriately and not doing what you intended, then my opinion is just get good at the video game. I know everything about getting good at the video game because I'm still yet to have done it, so I speak from experience. Okay, he's dead, thank God. Anyway, objectives, what do we need? Playing in under 16 minutes. It's like everything, if you want to win, just win exactly. Skylar Talker knows where it's at. Oh, and it's officially midnight. What do you know? It's Friday, everyone. Whoop whoop. Obviously, there's no significance to this particular Friday whatsoever. It's just a regular day. And definitely keep that in mind moving forward. You know, I have some very serious things to talk about that are meant to be taken seriously. And I'm definitely not hinting at anything. Especially not about the day in particular that it is, and I have no idea why I just pushed that block right there. I seem to be pranking myself. It's still Thursday for you. Huh. Well, happy Friday to everyone who's not Skylar Talker. Let's head out the glowy door thing. Oh, it's April Fool's. Huh. Didn't even notice. I actually lost track of the date. I just thought it was regular old Friday. No wonder why I was bringing up the lack of significance in the day. Man, that's going to make my announcement seem like a prank. I assure you it's not a prank. When we get to it, I can assure you it's 100% not a prank. My voice isn't really helping me out here because I just have a very naturally sarcastic voice, but I'm deadly serious. It's a shame that of all of the coincidences for this to fall upon, it happens to be April Fool's. Like, of all the coincidences... No, I can assure you it's not a prank. This is to be taken serious, this huge-ass announcement. But for now, I want to concentrate on the speedrun. Plus, I want to be careful with how I say what I have to say. It's very serious business. And that being said, now that I've been alerted to the fact that it's April Fool's, it might come across as a prank if I don't say it carefully and with, you know, the right words. got to be clear, precise, all that. How can you not like Fridays? Fridays is the build-up to the end of the week. Plus Fridays, because the weekend is coming up, people have kind of like stopped caring about the whole week because the week is coming to an end. It's like, it's the weekend next. Who really cares? You know, you can have that lazy day in class. You can get questions wrong. You can study a little less harder than usual. You know, you can get away with things on Friday that you couldn't any other day of the week. Okay, time to be speed, fast and fast, quicker and quit. A Blaster Mine solo run. That's going to be kind of hard, given the announcement that I have for you all. Okay, we have big ass tornado. Big ass tornado. I have a band performance on Saturday, and I'm getting judged by professional. Oh, best of luck for that. Yes, send this man help, he needs it. I mean, announcement, update, however you want to put it. You have to change your profile picture to Blastermind on April Fools. I am going to change my profile picture. It's not going to be to anything Skylar related though, which ties back into the announcement, I suppose.
Skylanders of the light element are stronger in this zone.
Yeah, not ruining things sounds like a good plan. In fact, as my friend the screen riding guy would say, not ruining things is tight. I remember last year Crash for Skylanders made a video on April Fools saying he was changing the channel. I don't remember many of Crash for Skylanders April Fools videos, besides the one where he did a random Let's Play of LEGO Dimensions. One year for April Fools, he did a LEGO Dimensions Let's Play, but it was episode 3, so there was no episode 1, no episode 2, it was just straight into episode 3, and he had this intro, which at the time I had a really old school, unprofessional intro, and Crash's was just like mine. So remember everyone thinking at the time that Crash roughly made that intro to kind of take the piss out of mine for April Fools, when it wasn't. It was a pure coincidence. Crash didn't even know I had an intro. That's what's funny about it. But no, Crash didn't even know I had an intro. And it turns out it was basically someone made an intro for him, and it was the same person who made an intro for me. So his intro for the April Fool's video was very similar to mine because of that reason, no other reason. But yeah, he had that intro that was way too similar to mine, and he made a LEGO Dimensions video. So yeah, that was an interesting one of his. He's not doing an April Fool's video though, unfortunately. He had to experience something that's not so nice in the family recently. He said he's mentally okay in his post, which is basically code for, I'm gonna say I'm okay to sound like I'm strong, but under the surface I'm very upset. And that's the thing, you gotta come from a point of strength, and sometimes, especially on the internet, in a fucking written post of all things, the last thing you want to do is share your deepest, darkest thoughts, and you don't want to worry people neither. You don't want to give yourself more stress by inviting people to send their condolences, send you help. You know, the last thing you want to do is feel useless in those situations, feel like you need help. The last thing you want is charity. Like, in all honesty, when someone has a death in the family, the last thing they want is for people to swarm them, be like, are you okay? I'm there for you. I'm so sorry for your loss. You don't want to be bombarded like that. I mean, I wouldn't know. I've never had a big loss in the family. I lost my great-grandmother, which was unfortunate, but I was never really close to her. And my granddad died before I was born, so the same thing happened there, really. But from what I've heard, you know, Luke is that way. When Luke loses people, I feel like he doesn't want to be too open about things, and he'd rather just be left to mourn his own way. I was actually thinking of doing a LEGO Dimension series on my channel. I don't think the Skylanders community would like that. No, the Skylanders community is perfectly accepting of most other Toys to Life games. I mean, at the end of the day, I've given a lot of smack to Disney Infinity in the past, but I've never played the games, and one day I want to. Like, it's perfectly fine to enjoy them both. You can enjoy Disney Infinity, and you can enjoy Skylanders. No one's going to stop you. It's your life. Do what you want with it. In fact, just supporting Toys to Life in general is probably the best, because we haven't seen any Toys to Life besides Amiibo in recent years. So just for technology in general is something worth supporting. Yeah, I tend to keep my emotions to myself. Again, that's one way people mourn. People have their own ways of going about it. Got him! Man, easy mode is so nice. It's such a breath of fresh air after so much nightmarish nightmare. Wait, have I even swapped Skylanders this level? Have I forgot to do that? I've not been keeping up with the rules here. Too busy being in my own world to swap out to a Skylander corresponding to the current element at hand. I suppose Night Shift is just too good, too distracting for all that. You know what? Screw it. Let's just go straight through the mines. Get there for good old quickly. I think Stanley said don't make things for other people to like, make things you like, and the right people will come around for it. Exactly, Slimy. That's a really great way to think about it, ultimately. And it's the same thing with Skylanders. I had to grow my channel very slowly, but at the end of the day I like Skylanders, and so I made the content, and eventually I built an audience. It grew from you guys having that same passion as me. Though that's not going to last much longer, given my upcoming announcement. I find it funny how I've adjusted the audio mixing to make it so the cutscenes are real quiet. And I'm sorry to hear that, Aiden. I hope he gets better soon. I've actually not gotten outside of the starter pack, and I still love the game. Nice. Anyway, let's head back to Woodbro and get this announcement off my chest. I've not been looking forward to it, but as I said, it's something I need to say. And I do have a video to elaborate on this later. But let's just say a lot of change is going to happen in the next 24 hours. And like I say, I really wish I didn't time it this way, because I've made it a really nasty coincidence. It's going to look like a prank if it's being made on April Fools. But, the Skylanders content, gonna be straight up honest, just throw it out there. I'm not enjoying it anymore. Yeah, I'm gonna have to retire from content for this game. I'm gonna delist all of the previous videos, especially since I'm looking to go into a professional background, and the last thing I need is people tracking me down and finding all of this cringe-ass content, which miraculously, I'm surprised that you guys have enjoyed all this time. You should be believing me, Hypno Sniper, because this is Serious, this is happening. All of the videos are going to be delisted so I can have more of a fresh start and work more towards a professional background with strong, ambitious projects. I've been talking about this for a while, and said ambition comes from other things like Horizon. Yes, it's understandable. I'm going into an industry where the last thing I want is people finding all of this. Never getting the Skylanders content. I'm not going to be making any new Skylanders content. All of the old Skylanders content is being delisted. I really needed a strong finale to retire from Skylanders with, and this is where it came in. Exactly. I'm going the Horror Night route, I suppose. For Horizon stuff, I have planned to start tomorrow, and that's really going to be kicking off a new direction I take this channel in. I'm really sorry to have to pull this from a rug from you, especially so fast and so... I'm mad at myself. I'm mad that I quitted Skylanders. Skylanders will always have a strong place in my heart. I'm not getting rid of my toys anytime soon. But the content, when I was editing and recording all of this Horizon stuff, it just felt so fresh, so right. It's a direction I need to take to better myself, freshen things up. Thanks so much for an incredible journey. Skylanders, this chapter on YouTube, building up all of this, it has been an honour. I know this is going to disappoint a lot of people. I'm not the most happy with it either, but it's something I have to do now. There's no getting around it. I mean, I'm bathing myself here, bro. I'm crying myself, but I just felt like today was a perfect announcement. For week almost coming to an end, we have Friday coming up, and I finally finished my Horizon edit. So, coincidentally enough, it just so happens to be the 1st of April. Why did I time it this way? Oh, but when I made a plan like this, I had to follow through with it. I will be seeing you guys in the next one. It's going to be Horizon based, and I have a lot more, especially PlayStation stuff from Horizon. It's not just Horizon, we're talking about God of War. I'm going to be doing film stuff as well. Just pretty much anything that's not Skylanders. I need to put this chapter behind me, and as depressing as that is, that's just the reality of the situation. Thank you again for the years of support. I'm going to miss you too, Aiden. But until the next video arises, peace!